Hey guys, it's Saturday and today's entire vlog is going to take place over the course of 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's currently 3:55. We want to leave around 6:40 to go to our friend's place, just hang out on a Saturday night. And I don't think I want to bring my camera, and usually I don't end up filming much when I go over to places anyway, but I'm just gonna leave the camera behind altogether, I decided. And the problem is I didn't really vlog much yet so far today, because at first I was very preoccupied with getting up my art video, because I put up an April Fool's Day video. It was a collab with Baylee, and I had to get the video from her like downloaded and the thumbnail, get that uploaded, do all the stuff with that, keep track of comments and Twitter posts, all that, and get up the vlog. And then I kind of just went and laid in bed for a couple hours. I was just watching YouTube videos and just being lazy, I guess, cuddling with Kiki. And then I finally got my workout in and showered, and now we're here and I'm getting ready for the day or for the night. This is giving me flashbacks to Jacob's Christmas party, because I filmed a little get ready with me type thing like this, and that was the day I lost my camera. And so this was giving me the flashbacks, all the more reason to leave the camera behind. But I'm gonna be taking it easy tonight, just like I did last night, because I have my Adobe stream in the morning. So I want to try to be back before the Sky train stop running, because that's like a good cutoff. They stop running, like the last train comes around like 1:17 or something like that. So want to be back before then. But we start these things pretty early. Like, we're meeting at 7, which is pretty typical, unless I show up late for some reason, like that one time I was live streaming. But so, you know, we'll still get in several hours of good times. I'm actually putting on eyeshadow. My eyes usually get pretty red when I do this, but whatever. Ooh, should I do eyeliner? I haven't done eyeliner in forever, other than for my April Fool's video, which you should go watch. Basically, the video I filmed and edited went up on Jellybee's channel, and then the video she filmed and edited went up on my channel, and we impersonated each other and kind of used the things each other likes, I guess, and sort of made fun of it in a sense in the video, more just like commenting on it to make people giggle. It's funniest if you know both of us, but at the same time, you could watch the one she made for me and not know anything about her and still think it's funny. But if you go to watch hers and you don't know who she is, you might be like, huh? Like the one I made for her. But I think it's still worth a watch, so if you didn't watch both, you should. And some people legitimately thought that was me, and that I got a haircut or something, or that I just looked different, or that, oh, that's what she bought the wig for. And I'm like, no, that's not me. But it's kind of hard to tell who's playing along with the joke and who has no clue. Like, some of them I feel like you can tell they honestly don't know, and then other ones I'm like, yeah, they're just playing along. They're just being a troll. Which is good, because April Fool's is all about the trolling. I was kind of tempted to like go creep on this statue outside my old workplace, because I used to work at these film studios. Like, I worked for an animation company, but our studio was located within like these film studios, and so like a lot of Once Upon a Time stuff is filmed there, and they had this big statue of Prince Charming and Snow White outside, like not even in the grounds, but like outside by the street where anyone could walk up to it. I was like, yes, I kind of want to go there, but I'm too lazy. Because, you know, like if this is Once Upon a Time's last season, it's like my last chance to creep. Like, I've gone and watched them film a few times. Or like if they had a castle set up at Central Park, I would go there and like look at the set, even though they weren't filming that day. Just like little things like that. But I wasn't one of those hardcore people who's always watching, because I don't really have time for that. But it's always fun to do. I just want to say a bit more about the April Fool's video, because I meant to talk about it more and I kind of just changed the subject. Like I showed in yesterday's vlog, I drew one of Jelly's tattoos on both arms, because hers is on her right arm. Then I was like, wait, I don't want to draw right-handed, so I drew it on my left hand, and I actually used my left hand in the drawing. Like, you can see, this is like the telltale sign, is this piece of hyperpigmentation right there. Yeah, I used my left hand, but then I flipped the footage, and I made sure to have a white background so it looked similar to her setup. And then she has this like monopod thing that has 2 legs that split out, and you can see the black legs on her desk. So I cut out pieces of paper and had those on the desk so it looked like her setup. So funny. I don't know, I just like, it was fun doing those little details, and like I'll maybe insert some clips that I didn't include in the vlog yesterday, just because initially I vlogged the wig I bought, and then I was like, people are gonna figure it out. They're gonna see the wig, they're gonna know that I cut it, and they're gonna see my makeup and realize that it's Jelly Bean. Like I figured it out. I'm like, at least one person's gonna pick up on it and leave it as a comment. So I cut out the wig clips, but I bought this long wig. It was really long because it was one of the only ones that was roughly the right cut and color, like at the top, and was available for the 1-day shipping. So that's why I got that one. And also one that was reasonably priced, because some of them were like 50 bucks and this one was 20. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna pay 50 bucks for a wig I'm gonna use once. But that wig was so hard to cut. Like the synthetic fibers or whatever it's made of, the plastic, so hard to cut. Like you snip it and the hair just slides out of the scissor blades, and I'm like, what? So it's a super chunky cut. Plus I tried cutting side bangs, but it looks like I just did a really bad cut job. Like I tried to cut it straight across and it failed, and I'm just like, no. Okay, if I'm gonna be blabbing this much, this video is not gonna be short, but that's okay. I guess that's the payoff. It's all me in the bathroom, but it's longer. Oh yeah, I should show the products I'm using. So for the eyeshadow, I used these Sephora eyeshadows. One, like the darker one, is the color Be on the A List, number 266. And this is Blonde Ambition, number 211. And then my brushes are, some of them are Joe Fresh, which is Superstore, and some of them are from MAC. But they're like, not the fancy ones, they're like the holiday set ones. Like they're fancy enough for me, but I'm just trying to be more specific. Now I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer Liner, 24 hours. Whoa. I don't know what I'm gonna wear for a sweater yet. Their place is usually pretty warm, so like, I almost don't want a sweater, but I'm wearing leggings, therefore a long shirt, and these long shirts are like thin undershirts. I don't wanna wear them alone because like they're see-through and they show every little roll in my body, and the leggings are like squeezing my fat, and I'm like, no, we need to cover this with a sweater. Okay, now you're not gonna see me, so I'll just talk to you again when I'm done my eyeliner. Okay, there's my eyeliner. I usually don't wing it because that would just take me too long, and I would constantly be removing it to get them even or just somewhat decent and not pointing down or something. Plus I have so many folds on this eye from my scar, like it's kind of just a pain in the butt to try to draw a line across the folds. It just doesn't look right, and so I'm like, you know what, I'm just not even gonna try. Also, if I was gonna do eyeliner, I shouldn't have done my foundation first. I did that before I even started vlogging. I used the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in the shade Light 43 Warm. But yeah, when I do my eyeliner, my hand touches my cheeks and stuff and kind of rubs off a bit of it. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but to me it just bugs me, and I'm like, no, I need to reapply it now. Actually, I should wait till I do my mascara. If I'm doing my everyday makeup look, I only put mascara on my eyes, so I'll usually do my foundation first because it's like not really a big deal. But yeah, in this case I should have waited. Although if I'm doing foundation last, I'll at least put foundation on my eyelids and underneath, like just around the eye area, and then hold off on the rest of my face. Otherwise I'm just gonna get mascara, or gonna get foundation on my eyelashes after I've done my mascara. And if you're like, why are you putting foundation on your eyelids? It's because I like it to be up here. I don't really care if it's down here, but I want it up here. So yeah. Okay, so for mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. I actually need to get a new one soon. This one's kind of running out. It's probably my favorite one I've used so far. I don't really curl my lashes anymore. I guess just to save time. And yeah, I don't know. Like when I curl them, they don't stay curled all day. They eventually uncurl, so it's like, well, why bother? I used to always use waterproof mascaras, but now I like the non-waterproof kinds because they're so easier to wash off at the end of the day. Then I take my tweezers and I separate any sections that are sticking together, and if there's any clumps, I'll take them off. Might do another coat, we'll see. Usually one coat does more than that, but it's like I said, it's kind of running out. It's a little dry. Other than the fact that this is see-through, this doesn't look too bad because this is one of my looser undershirts, but the problem is that the waistband for my pants slides down till right here. Right where the muffin top gushes over, and so like it looks okay when they're pulled up, but then I walk a little bit and it'll slip down and it's like, oh no. I haven't worn these in a long time. Okay, now I will reapply a bit of the foundation. Yeah, I don't use a brush, I don't use a beauty blender, none of that crap. I just like to use my fingers. It's probably the least wasteful way of doing it. My foundation will last longer. Can't believe I'm filming from this side. This is like my least favorite side. I feel like I look a little bit weird from this side. I prefer this side. I should move the camera to the other side. Give you a change of scenery. Okay. These brows. It's nice because with like the microblading, it's really just filling in between the lines. It's like paint by numbers. I know I could take like a Q-tip and just wipe off the foundation, but I actually like the look of them being filled in a bit. The color is a bit warmer and I can fill in little gaps where the microblading didn't take 100%. Like just this very inner corner kind of missing a bit, and then the area right over here. And on this side there's kind of a dip right here, and so I like to fill that in. And then on this side, the very inner corner has a pretty dark section and then a lighter section, like it kind of faded in here a little bit. So it's nice to fill it in. Oh, and by the way, this is the Annabelle Skinny Brow Liner in the color Universal Medium. But yeah, my usual everyday look is like foundation, blush, a bit of highlight. I've just been doing the highlight for like the last month maybe. And then mascara and brows. It's usually my daily look. And underneath I have my moisturizer, which I talked about previously. This Maritime natural stuff I got off Amazon, which I really like. My skin has been a lot better since I started using it. Although today my skin's a little on the dry side, but that's okay. Now, next is a bit of bronzer. Don't laugh at me if I do this wrong. Bronzer is also somewhat new to me, and I feel like it's kind of useless because my cheeks are so round that it's like, why even bother? But whatever. And I bought this Physicians Formula stuff, I think. Yeah. And it's a bunch of little things. And the first time I opened this, I opened it upside down because it's kind of confusing. Like on the bottom, you can see them all. I thought this was the top. And so I opened it up and they just went everywhere. So that was fun. This is the brush that comes with it. I don't put on much. I don't even really know the proper techniques. I really am not into makeup videos at all. Like, it's just not my thing, I guess. I know they're popular because so many people wear makeup, so it's like, yeah, these makeup channels are popular, but it's just like, I cannot get into them. Maybe a little under the chin. Hide that double chin. Is it hidden yet? Now I'm gonna use this CoverGirl blush. It's nothing fancy. I probably won't buy it again. I think I kind of want a slightly more peachy color like I've had previously. So a couple weeks ago, I wanted to see if my videos showed up on the YouTube Kids app. So I downloaded the YouTube Kids app and I searched Baylee J, and it auto-filled Baylee J pregnant as the first autofill thing, and I was like, what? And so I tweeted like a screenshot of it and I was like, I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat, okay? And a bunch of people are like, oh my god, you're not fat. But I am. Like, I'm technically overweight, and that's just another word for fat. And so I am. This is, again, my Physicians Formula. It's a highlighter. It's iron and use. And if you open the bottom, wait, how does this open? Yay. Oh, like this. Underneath, there's a mirror and a little brush, but I don't use that brush. I don't know, I guess I could, but I just like to use this little guy. This would be too much bronzer. Blend it. Rub it off. Look at my cheekbones. Well, there they are. had cheekbones. You do exist. I'm done. I'm done now. One of my things I like to do right now, I have like a little zit up here. I like to use this Bare Minerals powder to cover up my zits. I'd use this as my main foundation back in the day, but I stopped using it just because my skin's usually pretty dry and I feel like powder foundations just make it look more dry. But it sticks really well. Like, it has great coverage, so I like to use it to cover up zits. Perfect. And this is actually a mix of 2 shades because the first shade I bought was too light, and so I bought the next one down, but that one's too dark, and so they're mixed together. It's not as big of a deal now that I just use it as a concealer, but when I was using it on my whole face, then it mattered. And that's my little makeup routine. Now I'm just gonna do my hair. I'm gonna spray in some of this heat protectant and just straighten it. It doesn't take very long because my hair is pretty thin, so it doesn't take long. And then sometimes I'll put in a bit of this into my ends. It's an argan oil spray, just so the ends don't look as dry and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. I already brushed my teeth, so that's good. Oh, and I'll have to put on earrings and then some kind of sweater. But I'll talk to you guys after I'm done my hair. Okay, before I fully fix up my hair, I think I've straightened it, but I usually will hairspray the bangs down for a while. Yeah, before I do that, I'm gonna figure out what sweater I'm wearing, because if I just pull it over my head, it's gonna wreck the hairsprayed areas, so yeah. I need something solid color because I'm wearing the detailed leggings, so I was kind of thinking of going with this. That doesn't really match though. I forgot I had this. Oh. You know. Oh, it is see-through. I was gonna say, if I wore this, I don't even need to wear the shirt underneath, but this is see-through, as you can see. Some of you have been asking about the Elsa jacket. I got it in. It took a while because I transground shipping overseas, which means on a boat. It pretty much fits. Like, I knew it would be tight because they only had one size and it was coming from Japan. So I was like, well, this is gonna be a tight fit. Like, I'm gonna have to lose some weight. It buttons up, but not over the boobs, which I figured. But I'm in the process of losing some weight, and so I should be able to do it up fully within like a couple months or something. So yep, there's kind of a quick look at it. It doesn't really matter if it fits now or not because it's pretty much too warm now for this. It's a winter jacket, and so I'm really not even gonna get to wear it till next year. Well, not next year, but like this fall/winter. It is really nice though, like it's nicely made. The details are nice. Oh, I should show like the bottom of the back of the jacket at least. I just feel like I'm struggling to film this with one hand. Okay, you have some embroidery there, and then the back has that. Woohoo. So yeah, it's kind of like half cosplay, half regular clothes. It's like a subtle cosplay. I totally would have worn this more this winter if I remembered I had it. Just coming down here because my mirror upstairs is so dirty and it's dark in there, you pretty much can't see anything. But that's what it looks like. It's kind of like a long sweater with these buttons. They're fake. You can't actually undo this. And I like how it has this band here. And then that. It's a little lumpy, but whatever. I just gotta work harder as I'm off to drink alcohol, which is high calorie. Okay, so I am good to go. I think I'm gonna make a run to the liquor store because I know Christian doesn't have any more beer here. Like, he has some whiskey, but I don't know if he wants to bring that. So I'm gonna pick up some beer, maybe something for myself too. I have like a bottle of wine, but I don't want to drink a whole bottle of wine today, so I might just pick up some coolers or something. Oh yes, sitting on your rag, your new favorite toy. Okay, I'm back from the liquor store. I texted Christian to see what he wanted, but he didn't get back to me, and it's understandable. He's at work. He can't always respond. So this is one of his go-to things. So got him that. It's just like a mixed pack of beer. And picked up a couple bottles of wine just for a later date. They have some raspberry starfruit pombeys, which I've actually never tried before. Sounds pretty good. And then black cherry Okanagan ciders, which are one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm probably gonna bring these tonight, and I'll probably gonna have like a maximum of 4.
Cause we gotta take it easy, huh, Kiki?
Christian's actually back home already. I thought he wasn't gonna get here till 6, so yay! We have a decent amount of time actually, so I'm just gonna maybe whip up some food. He's not really hungry because he had a later lunch, but I'm just gonna cook something up real quick and eat, and that'll basically be it. I think I'll end it here though. I hope you enjoyed a different vlog. I guess it's kind of interesting because it's like different from the norm. Although some people might not like that it was kind of all just the get ready with me thing, but it's just one day. Meh. It's in honor of the lost footage. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Oh my. You got some pom-poms? Oh, how nice. Oh my.
I thought she'd try to climb out if I sat down, so I thought she'd want to go on the desk. This is kind of nice, isn't it? You can sit on Mommy's lap.